Music tips from a 17-year-old artist with over 6 million streams. Part 3, learn to EQ. Because some of you might not even know what an EQ is. That's a whole nother discussion, but I bet a lot of people who are kind of starting to produce on their own, a big issue they face is like, okay, I've got all my instruments, I've got all my parts, I've got my vocals, but it just doesn't hit. Now, a big part of that, for example, is EQing your kick, your drums, your bass. Because that's the stuff that really makes you feel like sub-bass, like vibrations, what makes a song feel like tight and like it's hitting in your ears, like there's like strength to it. And obviously there's like more thorough videos online how to do that, like EQing, your bass, EQing your kick, to take up the frequencies that it needs and to clean up the frequencies that it doesn't need. There's also things as simple as taking your vocals and, cutting off the low end that isn't really doing anything. There's nothing really there. But learning how to EQ basically teaches you to an extent how to mix, which means everything is going to fit a lot more cohesively in your song. So things aren't going to be battling for space, because that's a really big issue with people who are producing their own music, is it kind of sounds like everything's fighting for space, which is pretty bad. Or everything's just down the middle and nothing is panned to the left or right. I think that's a conversation for another time. But if you can learn even to just do simple EQs, like learn, okay, what's a decent EQ to put on a vocal just in general? What's a good EQ for the bass? When you're taking your kick, where to raise the EQ on the lows, what like hertz level to raise it at to get like that strength from it. Learning how to EQ effectively basically means you're pulling out the best parts of the instruments, the parts that you really want to hear, and you're taking out the parts that don't really matter from the waveform.